Good afternoon, my lovely followers. It's your queen, Sarah. I am back. Sorry about not having a video yesterday. I totally intended to do a hump day video for you guys, but I was busy, I was just busy. But I'm here today, and I should be here tomorrow too. So yeah, happy late hump day. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm already hyped. Friday night, baby. But anyway, I think today we need to discuss the Supreme Court case about trans rights that is currently being discussed. And also, we need to discuss a certain right-wing bimbo fascist named Riley Gaines, who has really been getting under my skin lately. I mean, she's always been under my skin because she's honestly a garbage human being and a bully. And she's a pathetic, lying bully who likes to punch down at those below her to serve her right-wing masters so she can continue to grift and make money. But we'll get to Riley in a second, because a good chunk of this video is going to be like a diss track against her. I'm going to go ahead and warn you in advance. I don't think any of Riley's little suck-ups and fans are here, but if you are, you should probably just go ahead and click off now, because this video is going to be my diss track against Riley. So yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be like rapping or anything, because I'm not going to subject you to that, because no. I'm pretty sure if I tried to rap, it would be like a war crime or something, because it would be that bad, and I would have to go to The Hague and stand trial. But anyway, let's talk about the Supreme Court and how they want to keep transgender athletes from playing in school sports, supposedly to be fair to women. Yeah, right. The right wing do not care about fairness to women, first of all, because they're the same party that wants to take away a woman's right to choose. They are. They're the same party that wants to wants to be a forced birthers. They want to force you to give birth, even if you're SA'd, even if you're R-worded. They want to force you to have the baby. They're delusional. They're crazy. And then they claim that they care about fairness for women. Like, they don't. This is about control. This is about transphobia. This is about hatred. And it's about distracting from their obvious failures in foreign policy and managing this broken economy through distraction. They're trying to distract from their own failures by fighting this culture war, by making you think that this tiny group of people, this less than 1% of the population that just wants to live their lives and exist and play sports and be normal human beings, they want you to think that this population is a threat to you somehow. It's their distraction, because that's all they have. They're losing. They're going to lose the midterms, the powers that be. The Democrats are going to come back into power. And it's over. The fat lady has sung. The country has turned on them. They have lost it. They have lost a huge amount of their support because the orange fascist is a lying, warmongering sack of crap who no longer has the support of anyone but the most stupid people. The only people left who are MAGA are literally the stupidest people on the planet, or they're either paid to be that way. That's the only people that MAGA has left at this point, is the people who are either paid to be on their side or the stupid people. Because everybody else has jumped ship. Like the genuine America First isolationist right-wingers have all jumped ship. They're gone. They jumped a long time ago. They've rowed away. They've taken the lifeboats. They're rowing away into the sunset. And, you know, all the rest of the conservatives and the stupid, retarded Trump supporters are going to go down with the ship like Titanic. You know, they're going to be the band that plays Freebird one last time as the ship goes down. You know, they're going to play Freebird and some other MAGA song. They're going to play like Song of the South or something. I don't know. Before it goes down. That is literally what is happening right now. Like, for real, guys. And I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent, but the Supreme Court wants to potentially rule to take away the rights of transgender athletes to play in school sports, which is just terrible. And it needs to stop, but it probably won't. Because our court, the Supreme Court, is made up of fascists. It's made up of a bunch of right-wing fascists who are loyal to the orange fascists in Washington. And they hate trans people. They're a bunch of hateful, bigoted fascists. And they're going to take this country in a bad direction. Anyway, now that we've discussed the Supreme Court and why this potential ruling is going to be bad, now we got to talk about one of the proponents of this ruling. We got to get to the good part of this video, the meat and potatoes of the story. We got to get to Riley Gaines. Riley Grifter Gaines. Gaines the Grifter. This pathetic, sniveling bully. This whiny, entitled, sore loser. Let me go ahead and give you the backstory for those of you who don't know who Riley Grifter Gaines is. Riley Grifter Gaines was an athlete. She was a swimmer. She was a competitive swimmer. And she had a swimming competition with multiple other women, with dozens of other women. And during that competition, she tied for fifth place, not first place, not second place, not third place, fifth place, with a transgender woman named Lia Thomas. And ever since then, ever since Lia Thomas stole her coveted fifth place trophy, Riley Gaines has had a massive stick up her butt with trans people because she is a pathetic little sore loser. She can't handle it. She is that pathetic. To where she's going to be mad and butthurt because she wasn't a good enough athlete to actually win. She wasn't even good enough to place in the top 3. She tied for fifth place. Like, who the heck cares about fifth place, you guys? Like, for real. Like, who on God's green earth gives a crap? Gives a single solitary crap about fifth place? Like, who cares? Why does fifth place even matter? Like, you remember the racing games? Where it's like, if you're not in the first, second, or third, you don't get anything. Like, it's first gold, second silver, third bronze. That's the medal you get. And if you're not in one of those positions, then you don't get anything. You get like a slip of paper or something that says, good job, thanks for playing, and you go home. Like, fifth place doesn't matter, but apparently it matters to Riley because she's just that much of a petty little loser because she never could make it as an athlete. She didn't have what it took to be a professional athlete because she couldn't even make it into the top 3. You know? And all these claims that, oh, trans women have this unfair advantage. Okay then, well, if that's true, then how come 4 cis women managed to place before Lia Thomas in this race? Like, explain that to me for a second. Explain to me how if Lia Thomas has such a giant advantage, then how come 4 cis women beat her? How come 4 cis women were able to place before her in the race? Like, go ahead, explain that to me. Explain the huge advantage, you know? Go ahead, explain, I'll wait. Explain to me, I'll wait. Explain to me. Like, imagine this. Imagine if you had a car that was supposedly faster than every other car in the world, but this car could never actually place first place. Like, you would think that was bullcrap, wouldn't you? You would think that that car wasn't so great if it couldn't win the race. And sure, maybe it would be the driver. I mean, that's kind of a bad analogy because the driver honestly matters more than the car, but you know what I mean. Like, if trans athletes had such a huge advantage, like, Leah Thomas would have just won. She wouldn't have placed 5th behind 4 cis women. So no, that is a narrative made up by the right-wingers to hate trans women because right-wingers have nothing to run on. They're failures, they're liars, they're hypocrites. They are full of crap. Like, it's coming out of every orifice. That's how full of it they are. And they need to hate on us. They need to hate on a tiny minority group. They need to hate on the trans people who distract from their failings, because they have many of them. They're failures. They're abject failures. And yeah, did any of you know that Riley Gaines tied for 5th place? Like, I didn't know that till I read the actual article about her. Like, for the longest time, I had thought that she and Leah Thomas had tied for 1st. But no, it was 5th. And when I read that, I was like flabbergasted. Like, what? What are we even doing here? Like, what the heck? Why do we care if some stupid, irrelevant, whiny little bimbo, some whiny little pathetic person is crying because she didn't get her 5th place trophy? She's just pathetic. And now she's got to go all over the country and stir up hate for trans people because she's just a pathetic, sore loser who would never be able to make it as an athlete in the first bloody place. Like, for real, guys. Like, I'm so mad now I'm saying bloody. Like, I sound like a freaking British person. Like, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I am literally switching to another nationality. That's how mad I am. Like, I'm turning British. That's how mad I am. I don't even know why I'm turning British. I'm just that mad. Like, logic has apparently gone out the window. Like, maybe I'll be like French or German next. Who knows? But anyway. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not a Riley Gaines fan. She is a pathetic person and a bully. You know? She is pathetic. She is a sore loser. She is an entitled little bimbo who can't handle losing, who can't handle the fact that she lost. She wasn't good enough to be in the top 3. So she's got to ruin trans people because she's a pathetic little sore loser. Sore loser Susie. That's what I used to call her. I know her name is Riley, but I always called her sore loser Susie. That was her name. She's sore loser Susie. I don't know how many people will watch this video, but if you do, like, go in the comments and tell me what nickname of Riley Grifter Gaines is your favorite. Like, it's hard for me to decide. Like, I have a top 3 names that I like for her. I like Riley Grifter Gaines, I like Gaines the Grifter, and I like sore loser Susie. Those are my nicknames for her. Like, what are yours? Anyway, Riley Gaines is just so pathetic. And I remember there was this celebrity, there was this other female athlete, I don't remember her name. I think it was Serena Williams, but don't hold me to that because I'm not for sure. Like, I vaguely remember it being her, but I could be wrong. But she, like, disagreed with Riley, and, like, they had a Twitter spat or something, a fight. And she ended up apologizing, which just pissed me off. Like, why are you apologizing to that bimbo? Why on earth are you apologizing to that fascist bully? Like, no, you need to double down. It's like, screw her. I don't care. She's stupid. She's a bimbo. She's a loser. She couldn't cut it as an athlete. That's why she has to be a grifter, because she can't cut it. Because she's not good enough at what she did to actually make a career out of it. So she's got to be a little loser and go online and have her little right-wing buddies. You know, all these pathetic right-wing simps. These stupid beta males who probably like her. Because let's face it, like, Riley Gaines may be ugly on the inside, but she's not ugly on the outside. That's probably why she's popular. You know, all these right-wing beta males want to yank it to her. She's this dumb blonde bimbo. Oh, and guess what? Riley Gaines is breeding, apparently. She had a kid. Wonderful. Great. Can you imagine her raising a child, this hateful bully? as a mother. Like, oh my gosh, guys. Like, for real, if I was that kid, I would just strangle myself with my umbilical cord coming into the world and just, like, check out. Like, nope, I'm not going to be born. I am going to strangle myself with my umbilical cord or jump head first off the delivery table and just end my life. So I don't have to live with her. So I can be... I don't know what would happen, but, like, I'm not going to be born to her. I would literally, like, strangle myself or jump off the delivery table if I had to live with her for 18 years. That's like hell. That's like hell. That's like 18 years of hell living with that hateful bimbo. And her pathetic husband, who, by the way, was almost deported by ICE. But apparently he got to come back. Like, unlike all the innocent people, some of which have been sent to, like, a concentration camp in San Salvador, Riley Gaines' British husband got to come back because Charlie Kirk talked to Trump and helped him to be able to come back. Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's pretty obvious to those of you listening that I cannot stand Riley Gaines. She is a genuine crappy person, and I cannot stand her. Like, for real. Like, she is so annoying. And it's like, I remember the incident where she was at some university, I believe in California, and there was these protesters, and they just, like, chased her, you know? They were chanting, trans rights are human rights, trans rights are human rights, trans rights are human rights, and they just chased her. They just chased her across that university, and she was just running. She was running like a scared little schoolgirl that just stole from the cookie jar and is about to get her butt beat. She literally ran. She's like, no, don't beat me, daddy, no. She's just running. She's just like, no. She's just running, just like across that campus with them chasing her, and they're like, trans rights are human rights, trans rights are human rights. And I thought that was like the funniest thing ever. Like, for real. Like, holy crap. Like, I wish I had been there. I would have been chanting right along with them that trans rights are human rights. Let's run her out of this university. And they cornered her in a closet and made them pay her to let her go. That was the funniest thing ever. She was cowering in a closet. Because these people are pansies. These people are cowards. They're going to run. They're going to get chased by the angry mob. Because she's a pathetic little grifter. Oh man, Riley Gaines is like so pathetic. I hope she never comes to my state or is around me. Because like I would have to just start yelling at her or cussing her out or something. Because like, oh my gosh. Like no, I would have to just turn around and walk in the other direction. If I see her. Because I cannot stand her. She is a genuine garbage human being. Who is a sore loser because she tied for 5th place with a trans woman, and she had a chip on her shoulder from that day forward, and decided instead of putting forth effort in her life and improving herself and maybe racing again the next year and actually getting within the top 3 positions, you know, actually trying, actually applying herself and trying and giving a crap. No, Riley Gaines decided that, you know what, I'm going to take the easy way out. I'm going to be a grifter. I'm going to be a right-wing grifter. I'm going to be gooner bait for all the pathetic right-wing beta males who like blondes. And I'm just going to do that because it's easier than actually having talent. It's easier than actually being an athlete and having skill like the 4 women who placed before her, you know? And Riley Gaines has since been followed by an army of copycats, an army of sore losers who probably just didn't have the skills. They were mediocre athletes, so they came together and decided to hate trans people and discriminate against them because they know they could never actually cut it in sports. They weren't that good. They just weren't that good at what they did. And they couldn't cut it. They could not cut it at sports. And she has her little sore loser army and her beta male conservative army following her. She's trying to do a podcast. She has like Gains for Girls, which I find is just hilarious considering her party wants to take away women's rights. And yet she acts like she's a champion of the girls. Like, get over yourself. Like, you are full of crap, Riley. You are utterly full of crap. You're not a champion for girls. You stand with the party that wants to take away their reproductive rights and force them to have R-word babies. Like, that wants them to have no rights, wants them to have no bodily autonomy. Like, even if you get assaulted, nope, you gotta have it. You gotta have the baby. Or you're gonna go to prison. Like, if you make a decision, if you and your doctor make a decision about your own body as a woman, guess what? You're going to prison. And Riley apparently supports that. She stands with the party that supports that. So no, she's not an advocate for women. You can't be a Republican and advocate for women. She is a bimbo grifter. She is one of the worst grifters. If I had to make a list of the top 10 modern grifters, like, Riley Gaines would be somewhere near the top. She'd at least be in the top 5. I mean, Erica Kirk would definitely be number 1. Like, you know what I think? I think Erica Kirk and Riley Gaines should hook up. I think Riley Gaines should ditch her loser British husband and just hook up with Erica. They could be a power couple. They could be a lesbian power couple. I mean, since most right-wing men would probably be into that, like two blondes. You know, they like to act like they're against the LGBT lifestyle, but you know deep down they're into that. You know, if like Riley and Erica were in a room next to them going at it, and there was a crack in the wall, you know that them right-wingers would be looking through it and probably have something in their hand that they're yanking while they're doing so. So yeah, you know, I know. That's just my crazy idea. You know, I have these crazy ideas sometimes that I just splurt out into the world. And that's one of them, what I just mentioned, Riley Gaines and Erica hooking up. Anyway, this video has officially gone on for 22 minutes. Like, I don't even feel like I've been talking for 22 minutes. I feel like I've been talking for like 5 or 10. Like, this is how much I cannot stand that bimbo. Like, I could go on for another 10 minutes just talking complete crap about her. I think I covered everything. I covered her 5th place tie. I covered her husband almost being deported by ICE. I covered the fact that she's bringing like another person into the world to indoctrinate with her hate. Wonderful. Don't you just love it when like the worst of the worst, the absolute scum of the earth breed? Don't you just love that when people like her breed and pop out crotch spawn that they can indoctrinate with their crappy values? Don't you just love that? Don't you just love when people like her breed so their population can keep growing, these stupid mouth-breathing MAGA supporters? The dumbest of the dumb. Don't you just love it when they breed and make more of them so we can have it like Idiocracy and just have stupid people making all our decisions? Isn't that just so wonderful? Whew, okay, calm yourself down, Tara. I think I'm going to bring this video to a close. I should have made this a Friday video, but I was not going to wait. Like, this is the kind of topic that would be super fun to cover on a Friday. But I just could not wait. I was chomping at the bits. Like, I had to talk about trans rights today. And Grifter Gaines. Gaines the Grifter. Sore loser Susie. I hope all of my lovely followers found this video informative and entertaining. Thank you for your support, especially if you watched to the end. Please like and subscribe and all that streamer stuff. I had fun today. Like, this was a fun video for me. Like, I love ranting about Riley Gaines because I can't stand her. And it's so nice. I could go on for literally another 5-10 minutes just talking crap about her, just like completely crapping on her, but I won't. Anyway, like, if you could hit that like button, that'd be great. And follow me. Like, thank you for your support. Hope all of you have a good week. I'm going to go ahead and I'm probably going to make a video tomorrow, but just in case for some crazy reason I don't, like, I'm going to go ahead and wish you all an early TGIF just in case. Like, Good Friday. Happy Friday, guys. And we're off.